Hey y'all, Mr. Tim's here. This is our Blue Ox setup. This is the 10,000 pound capacity. There's the serial model if you're interested. We've had this towing setup for about 2 years now. That's about it. See, I've got a 2019 Wrangler that we pulled behind our holiday Rambler you might have seen in some other videos, and we just got back from a winter trip up in the mountains, so I'll kind of show you how I hook it up. So inside the Jeep, I've got the Air Force One mounted. Now, I had this professionally installed at Campers Inn down here in North Carolina, but basically what they've got to do is they got to take a vacuum line, splice it into your vacuum line in the vehicle, and then they run air in and out. And the vacuum, basically, it works to make your brakes press down when you press down on the brakes in the motorhome. So air in, air out. Here's the nice part about Air Force One. I've got nothing on my brake down here, nothing to do, nothing to set up. I've got an actuator, see it clamped onto my brake pedal. When I hit the brakes on motorhome, it hits them simultaneously back here. I never have to set up anything brake-wise inside the cab. I never have to pull anything out of the way. Makes it really nice. Another thing they add is this little guy, which when the brakes are applied up in the cab, I can look through the camera on the motorhome, and that lights up, and I can see that my brakes are coming on back here. Getting ready to hook up here. Here's my air line going to the Air Force One. That's the safety cable to pull the pin to make the brakes lock up on the Jeep if something happens. This is my harness going to the lights and the brakes. That is the gear to mount on the Blue Ox bars, so I can have this extra Blue Ox rock guard to go. Even though I have a rock guard already back there on the Holiday Rambler, we just, our Jeep's in good condition and we want to keep it that way, so it doesn't take long to put that extra piece on there. So the bag does a good job. You can see this is pristine here. Doesn't have snow and ice. From Blue Ox, you've got the custom for the Wrangler. This is the 2019. That's where the lights bars goes in. That's the automatic brake. And there's where my airline goes to my Air Force One. Safety chains go over here, and I'm gonna put my pins in. There's only one way for the pins to go in. You have to put them in the slot, then turn them, then pull this pin back. You can see this one is not quite there. Let me get the focus on. You can see it's not quite there, so I have to turn it. And now pull the pin. Do all this one-handed while I'm filming. It turns into the slot like that. Now it's good to go. Make sure they do a crisscross under here. Airline going to the brakes. Going right there. Put this on something solid. Make sure it's locked like that. This pulls the emergency brake. This pulls this pin out. If something comes loose, it'll pull it out and stop the Jeep from rolling. Let's get the rock guard on. I've got these holes marked so I know which side's which. Do my final safety inspection. I'm going to look at each one of these points, make sure everything's hooked up. Then I'm going to go in the Jeep and put it in neutral. This is the 19 Wrangler, one of the easiest things to tow. So the procedure is fairly simple. We got it running, put it in neutral. And then we take this, pull this down over and into the neutral position. It should say right there, now you're in neutral. All right, so the thing to do now is go back to park. The procedure they tell you to do once it stops flashing. What they want you to do now, just put it in reverse, test it. We didn't move. Okay, put it in drive, test it. We're not moving. Now you go back to park. Okay, don't leave it in neutral, you put it in park. Then we hit the button, turn it off, make sure the steering wheel is not locked. Okay, sometimes this will fool me. I need to really turn it off. There it goes, like that. Everything's off now. When I open the door up, check the steering wheel again. Good, everything is loose. We're in park here, we're in neutral there. The key is off. Don't leave the key in here because these battery powered keys will, keyless entry keys will kill your battery. Did my final kind of walk around inspection. I always do it again. I check all of these points multiple times to make sure everything's tight and everything looks like it should be. And then I'm gonna start. When we pull out, this may need to lock into place. So you pull away slowly until you see in your camera that it's locked. Then you can start pulling normal. I always watch for tires moving and turning when I'm rolling. Other than the rock guard, which is an extra add-on from the units, I had everything professionally installed. I had the motorhome rigged for air to the rear back here by Campers Inn. They installed the frame on the Jeep. They had to do a small little cut in some of the under shroud on this. I have a Rubicon edition, so may be different on your Jeep or the car, but basically it's 3 components. It is the Blue Ox 10,000 capacity here, tow bars. We've got the Air Force One going from linking the brakes from the motorhome into the Jeep, and then you got this rock guard system here that comes with that, and the poles, and it mounts down here to that. So all your safety chains and cables comes with your Blue Ox kit, the tow bars, your wiring, and all your safety stuff there. I think it comes as a safety package or extra package, but you're gonna buy that all at one time. And we can see here, I've actually got some one of their lock-on kits and things like that to make things a little more secure. After having it, what do I think? Well, number one, you can't back up when you're towing. If you do back up, you can back up like a foot, but that's when you're gonna start bending your bars. Am I happy with this choice of bars? Absolutely. Am I happy with the way the Jeep looks when it's not hooked up? Absolutely. Looks really good. The frame link that Blue Ox provided, it just looks really nice on the Jeep. And Jeep's already rugged anyway, so it looks utilitarian. It's fine. I don't even know with this 400 Cummins behind here, I don't even know I'm pulling this Jeep. So very, very happy with the Air Force One. Very happy with my braking. I can really, really brake hard, and I know that I'm going to stop confidently, and I've not had any problems. So, all right, so I'm disconnected here. I just did a wash down because we were all up in that salt and snow. Show you how the rock guard folds up, mighty convenient. The pin that holds it together kind of serves to keep it there together now. The arms come off. We can stack them all up. Of course, all these components are going to come off. I'm just sprayed them down, get the salt off of them, sand, and just check everything before I put it up. So when putting it up, these are your tension releases for when it compresses. See, I'm compressing it short now. Both arms fold together like this. This part articulates multiple ways down here. Comes up, then we just lay it over like that, and that's how it stores. Nice thing about the rock guard attachment, which these are extra, they bolt on here, the bag still fits over them, so that's nice. All right, cover's on, and you can see the clamps for the rock guard are in there nicely. It's got a Velcro strap down there to keep it from blowing up, but it's on there so tight I don't think it is. I will go ahead and park my motorhome, and then I usually take this off and keep it somewhere where it can be stored indoors to keep it even in better condition. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you got any questions or comments, give me a shout.